Okay, I wanted to make a video today about how eBay has been a surprising something I recently discovered, really. eBay has been beating the other big titan of online shopping, Amazon, at least for me. Uh, Basically, I've bought about 3 things recently, and these 3 things are all kind of small items. Well, to start off with, I don't have Amazon Prime. I never have. Maybe I'll get it one day, but I don't know. I've just never been able to justify $100 for it. Maybe if it was $50, I think they should lower the price to 50. But $100, I don't feel like I use Amazon enough to do that. Even if I order 10 things a year, you know, that's $10 each. I don't know. Maybe I will get it one of these days, but for now I just don't have it and never have. The only thing I've ever done is I know my dad has, family has it. The only thing I've ever done is they do free trials sometimes. They'll offer me 30-day free trial. Man, I'll sign up for those. And those are nice, but they haven't offered me one in a little while. Weirdly, they kind of offered me one back to back. Like they gave me 30 days of free Prime. I used it and ordered a few things, whatever, got free shipping, canceled it right away. And then right after that, they offered me it 30 days again. So I'm like, okay, are they going to keep offering me 30 days free Prime over and over? I'll take it. But they stopped after that second one, I guess, for now. But the 3 things I ordered, now to me, it's kind of a specific use case where you want to go with eBay, and that's it's like small items, stuff that's less than, I know until recently you had to spend $35, I think, or $50 even on Amazon to get free shipping. And now they've cut that to $25 just now, I believe, or recently, because I just noticed it. So that is a step in the right direction for Amazon. But there's still, so anything under $25 though, you're still looking at shipping. And it's kind of, for such a huge corporation, it's kind of a farce the way they do it. I feel like they want either you gotta pay a lot, or either if the free shipping takes forever, it's usually like 8 days or something ridiculous, And I feel like it doesn't really take them 8 days to ship it, that they're just basically, hey, this guy didn't pay our exorbitant shipping fees and he's not Prime subscribed, giving us, lining our pockets. So, at the distribution center, they're probably like, throw his order in that pile over there for the cheapskates and just, wait 4 days before we process it or something. I really always feel like that with whenever companies have this system of like pay more for faster shipping. I always feel like they're artificially slowing down anything that's not been paid for. Instead of it being like where they're just shipping the non-paid for stuff at regular speed, and they're double timing the paid for stuff or something. It's the same thing with Newegg. I've talked about it before, but Newegg has this little fee that kind of annoys me. It's like you can pay $2.99 for rush shipping, and it's basically something along the lines of, after you get through your whole order and you do everything and you pay for all your shipping and everything, no matter what, whether it's 1 day, 2 day, whatever, they have some little option at the end. Click this box, you can pay an extra $2.99, and we'll do our best. No promises, but we'll do our best to get your item shipped same day or something like that is the way it's worded. So I pretty much, especially if it's a big order, I pretty much always click it because, hey, $2.99 if you're already ordering $400 worth of stuff or something, or even $100, why not? But it always just kind of annoys me because it's such a blatant money grab. It's kind of like, hey, give us $3 of pure profit so that we do our freaking jobs. And I always feel like, like I say, they're probably at the warehouse segregating everything. Okay, these are the people that paid their $3. Do their stuff first. And everybody that didn't pay the $3, treat them like garbage, That's the way I feel. But anyways, back to Amazon versus eBay. The 3 things that I'm in particular ordered lately were all kind of like little trinkets. One of them I'm using right now for this video, and I want to see if it works, is that I've gotten a lot of comments on my crappy mic. So I just assumed it was the mic because I don't know shit about this stuff. This mic I bought at Best Buy, I've covered it in another video for like 15 bucks. I guess it works, but it's a piece of crap, and you hear all this like spitting sound or something. And somebody said, hey, and I thought it was just cheap mic, because like I said, I know zero about this stuff. So I just thought, well, the mic must be cheap. So I know there's a $50 mic on Amazon, the blue condenser mic that I think people tend to use on YouTube and such. I was going to get that, but I just haven't gotten around to spending the 50 bucks for it yet. But somebody said on one of my recent comments on one of my videos, they said just get you can do that, or just get a windscreen. So I was like, what is that? I didn't even know something like a windscreen was a thing. So I look it up, and I guess there's these little screens that clip on the mics and basically just keep put a little barrier between your mouth and the mic so that it doesn't sound like you're spitting on the mic or something, or, the pop sound, I guess. So I thought about getting one of those and seeing how well that works, but for now, it seems like it would be kind of weird to work with this microphone the way that I've got right now, which is just like, I don't know how to put it, but it's just a little microphone that sticks up. And another person said something about just get a lapel mic, and you can get one of those for like 15 bucks, I guess, and you just clip it onto your shirt, that kind of thing. So those are definitely options to think about, but $15 was like, do I really want to spend that? And what about this big $50 mic I was thinking about getting? And I didn't know which way to go with it, but I thought for now I would try. I went on eBay, Amazon, and got this little filter that it's just a little foam cover that sits on top of the mic. It's sized like, it's pretty small, so it fits over this little Best Buy mic I've got, which is just kind of like a mic on a stand. So I'm using it. Long story short, I put it over the microphone, and I'm using it for the first time ever this video. So let's see if it sounds any better. I have no idea. It's not like I said, it's just a little like foam cover for your mic. That's all it is. I mean, I have a hard time believing that's going to work because I never heard about this stuff before, and like if it's so important, why wouldn't every microphone just come with the little foam cover by default? So I'm kind of skeptical. I think maybe I'm going to need that mic cover thing, or maybe the next step is to try the lapel mic, because somebody said they're only like 15 bucks, I think, for a lapel mic. And one of the articles I was reading or whatever was saying that they're, a huge improvement or whatever. So maybe I'll get one of those, but I just didn't feel like spending 15. Instead, I spent like 5 on these little mic covers for now, just because I want to cover all my bases and see how that works. And maybe I'll go 50 for the blue mic, the cardioid mic or something eventually. Although again, I read something like that one's for streamers, and I'm like, okay, it's like they're like a different mic for like, I don't know. Do game streamers need a different mic than normal people, and what's the difference? But anyways, long story short, for now I bought this little foam cover, and I've got it on my microphone as I speak. But of course I can't listen to my video yet. So I'm going to see if it improves the like popping and spitting the wind popping from my voice. Okay, back to the eBay thing though. Those were one of the things I bought, and they're cheap. A little pack of these mic covers. Actually, it's just one. I guess it's not even a pack. It's like $3, $4, something like that. But you go on Amazon, and instantly it's always a problem with those. If you get something for Amazon won't even let you order small stuff half the time. They'll go, this is only an add-on. I've gotten that a few times. You go to buy some small little trinket on Amazon, it'll go, oh, you must order $25 worth of other stuff to order this item. It's only an add-on item. You can't order it by itself. Like, what the fuck? Not everything, but I've gotten that a few times. I'm not sure, this little mic screen would probably be one of the things that might even have that. So yeah, Amazon literally won't let you order certain small things by themselves. I mean, talk about frustrating. And But yeah, for something like this, you go to Amazon, it's going to charge you a bunch of shipping, so if it's a $5 item, you're going to get tacked on like $7 shipping, whether from a third party or Amazon, and you're going to end up at like $12 for the stupid thing that should cost $4 or $5. Well, what I found out was, like, go to eBay. Just Google the item in eBay, like microphone cover eBay or whatever. You'll find all these sellers. Usually they've got tons of good feedback. Like the one I ordered this mic screen from had like 27,000 some positive feedback. So right there that tells you this, this is a reputable seller. And another thing is they seem to always offer free shipping, at least on these little items I've been buying lately. Free shipping, and it's fast. It's not free super slow shipping, It's fast free shipping. Example, I ordered this mic, and I'm not even kidding, I ordered it like 5 a.m. Monday morning. The thing got here in my mail Tuesday afternoon at like 1. Like, I don't know where it shipped from. I really don't know. But it got here in a day and a half. I mean, that's amazing. Free shipping. Now, granted, it still costs like $4.99 or whatever the case was. I don't remember exactly. But you can't beat that. and you will not get that on Amazon. My phone is blowing up for once in my life. I gotta check it. So yeah, just go to eBay though, and it's happened to like 3 items recently. What else did I Oh no, I know what it was. It wasn't this mic cover that came in a day and a half. It was the Amazon 8-bit DO controller, which also I've noticed that eBay seems to have better prices than Amazon on a lot of these items. So I went to get the famous, I guess if you're a gamer and you're into retro gaming, it's like a retro Super Nintendo controller, but it's Bluetooth. And but it's $34.99 at Amazon. Well, I just on curiosity looked it up on eBay. This seller with like 30,000 positive rep had it for $27.99 free shipping. And I didn't realize Amazon's got the free shipping now. But on everything over $25. So this $35 8-bit controller still would have worked as free shipping. But I was still under the presumption that it was $50 free shipping cutoff. But even so, the free shipping on Amazon, I looked in the 8-bit DO. Not only was the 8-bit $7 more expensive, $34.99 versus $27.99 at Amazon, but the shipping was such that, like, the free shipping estimated arrival was like August 8th. Like, 8 days away. This was when I was checking on like August 1st. Like over a week away. And then if I wanted, it was like $6.99 for like kinda slow shipping that gets here in like 4 days. Would arrive on Friday, and then it was like, so you add the $6.99 to the $35, you're at like 40. It was like $42 to get here. Probably not even as fast as my eBay did for 28. To get here in like 2 to 3 days, whereas my eBay order got here in a day. Well, that may have been a little bit of a fluke somehow with that eBay order, but still. I've ordered several things on eBay, and it's always been really, really fast shipping. So yeah, I saved like $14 right there, and I've done that on several items lately. I can't remember. There's been some other ones I know. So yeah, just my tip is check eBay especially if it's something small. Just like I said, Google like eBay such and such, and then see what you come up with. Find a reputable seller if they're offering, fast and free shipping, which most do. That's where you're saving a lot, and the shipping is really fast. you're saving in the shipping usually, especially if it's going to be an item less than $25. Another example, so the microphone screen, the 8-bit controller, and the another thing I needed recently out of all stupid things was some hole covers. It doesn't. Basically, what happened was I was installing a screen door on my back door, and I drilled the holes for the latch wrong, like an idiot, because I've never put in a screen door before. So the latch was hitting the door frame, and I had to move it. So I could move it, and drilled 3 new holes and moved it, but the 3 old holes were sitting there. And it wasn't a big deal. I noticed like no bugs were actually getting in. I mean, they were pretty small holes. They were actually 3/8 inch, which is kind of big for anything drilled, because I kind of hollowed them out, because long story, but you kind of needed them big for a certain way that the latch fit. Anyways, yeah, so there were 3/8 inch drill holes. I knew that, so I kept thinking, like, I was like, dang, okay, I got this screen door in, but I got these 3 dang holes that I accidentally drilled where they're not supposed to be. So, and then I had to move the latch somewhere else. So now I've just got 3 holes sitting in my screen door frame, basically, and it's ugly, and it's actually in the screen door, not the frame, in the metal part. So also, like, mosquitoes or something could sneak in those holes. Like I said, I noticed that I had it open for a few days with the holes, and no bugs actually get in there. I guess they're small enough, like nothing can figure out that there's actually holes in the door. I mean, conceivably they could, but like I said, nothing got in through them. But I knew I had to do something, and I was thinking, like, what can I do to cover up these holes? Like, I was thinking maybe I could just caulk them. No, it's not really going to work, because they're holes in a metal frame, so it's like the caulk is just going to go into this void. It's not really a good thing for caulking. There's no, like, backing. And I couldn't think, I was like, worst comes to worst, I guess I could just put some duct tape on there to keep bugs out, but that's going to be ugly as heck. And, well, I realized, get some hole covers, and all they are is little plastic things that snap into holes in metal or holes in whatever. And sure enough, they had 3/8 inch, which I knew because those were the drill bits I used. They had 3/8 inch plastic white hole covers. Perfect. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're as close to perfect as what I need to cover up those 3 holes I'd accidentally drilled wrong. So I ordered them off of eBay. This company called Widget Co. sells them. And, like, that's another item where I got just cheap and free shipping from eBay. It was great. And it arrived quickly. So yeah, that's just my tip on anything small. eBay's kind of the way to check into it. You'll likely save. Again, the 8-bit DOE controller. If I got free, first of all, it was $8 more, $7 more than eBay was charging straight up. eBay was $27.99, brand new item for both cases. Amazon $34.99. So right off the bat, Amazon's $7 more expensive. Then if you factor in another like $7 for Amazon shipping just to match eBay's speed of shipping, it would have been $42 from Amazon. And like I said, this is not the only case of this. This has happened like several times recently where like eBay is like half to 2/3 of the price. It's crazy. And Amazon's like this big conglomerate, and you always think of them, oh, no one's going to beat Amazon on price, Yeah, they do. It's kind of funny. So yeah, that's my little tip. I don't want this video to go too long, but if you're buying something small, something under $25, it doesn't qualify for free shipping on Amazon. You don't have Prime, of course. Check it, and for me, that's been the whole problem with Amazon. Check out eBay for it. You can save some dollars. Hope you enjoyed the vid.